Ready for an unpopular opinion? I think if you're capable of running a mile, you can run a marathon. If you've ever dreamed of crossing a finish line in the fall, feeling that crisp air and hearing the cheers of a crowd, the feeling of accomplishment washing over you as you receive your medal, knowing you pushed your limits and achieved something incredible. Fall is prime race season, and that feeling of pure pride is closer than you think. As you probably know by now, I am on a mission to run a marathon in all 50 states. So far, I've run 26.2 miles in 25 states. But the finish line isn't just about the race. It's about proving to yourself you can do anything you set your mind to. Maybe a 5K, 10K, half, or marathon feels like an overwhelming mountain to conquer. That's where I come in. My personalized training plans meet you exactly where you are. We'll chat for 15 minutes about your goals, your chosen fall race, and schedule your 3 coaching calls. Then you'll get a plan built for your schedule, endurance, and even your favorite ways to cross-train. Training and coaching with me is more than just a plan. It's about accountability, safety, and inspiration. I'll be your guide, helping you connect your mind and body for a race experience you'll never forget. You won't just have a plan, you'll have the confidence and stamina to crush your goals. Plus, you can message me anytime between calls for extra encouragement. Don't let this fall season pass you by. Sign up for my customized training plan and coaching today. Visit goldivyhealthco.com/shop or look for the coaching link in the show notes. We also have an entire episode highlighting a previous client in our show notes too, so feel free to go back and listen to that. This is one of my biggest passions in life, running across the finish line, getting that medal, and especially helping others to do the same. Let's get you across that finish line, feeling the triumph you deserve to feel. Spaces are limited, so sign up to get your personalized training plan and coaching with me today. We are Gold Ivy.
Our mission is to empower you to own and unleash your truth.
Stories of resiliency are gold, and ivy grows in hard places.
Those hard places are what create space for light to shine through.
You decide what works for your daily life and how to transform our lessons into your gold.
This is Ivy Unleashed,
a Gold Ivy production.
Welcome back to the Ivy Unleashed podcast. Today is going to be a fun episode. Andrea has no idea what I'm about to drop at her. It's a candid episode. Girlfriend was very sick yesterday. Now she's back alive.
I think so.
How are you feeling?
You know, I think I just needed to be horizontal and not move. I think it makes me think of so many episodes we've had where it's like your body is going to shut down if you don't give it the opportunity. And summer, I've said this a million times, it's super chaotic with family because we're always going to Wisconsin, and my daughter just had a nationals thing, and then my son had a soccer tournament, and it's life. And life makes you move fast, especially when you have kids that are in things and there's not a chance to just stop, you know? And so my body was like, please stop. And I had an opportunity because it was a day where we didn't have much planned. And so I think my body was like, hey, I'm going to give you a headache and make you feel really tired, and you are going to sit this one out. And it sucks. Like, I don't know how people that are sick, like my back hurts from laying in bed all day. And I feel like I wasted a day of my life, but it was clearly something I needed. And I'm grateful that I feel better today.
Yeah. That you had the day to rest. The body, it's like, if you do not slow down, I will slow down for you 100%. And give you no chance.
And it's exactly what we talk about all the time. It's like a huge part of the message that Brooke and I share is like, you can push yourself. You can go, you can achieve and strive. And it's not worth it if your mental health is off, if your body shuts down, like it's going to catch up with you. You will burn out.
And I'm sure you had signs throughout the last week of like energy's low or headache or something.
Oh, yeah.
That it's like, I don't have the freaking time to listen to this. I got to get to the Dells and get home and get to the soccer game.
And for me, a lot of the cues are mental health oriented. Like I hear the inner critic roaring, or I feel like if I'm not being productive, I beat myself up. And in these moments when I'm trying to be present with my family and that comes up, it's like, oh, it sucks. I hate it. It's like, I wish I could do both, but I feel like I'm working through this, like, what is most important right now? And can I just let those other things go? It's really tough. Every year, this time I struggle. It's just a lot and not a lot of sleep and not a lot of rest. And so Thanks for taking in my emotions. I didn't know this was coming, but I'm tired. I swear a year ago
And I'm
was
sure
the same story.
There's so many moms, young professionals, anyone listening can relate that, especially if you live in Minnesota, right? We always talk about summers here. They're the one time, other than right now, because it's raining every damn day. Oh my gosh. Wonder why the mental health is in the toilet. But you feel like you need to maximize this time because you only have 4 good months and lake life is amazing. But when you are exhausted, how do you even enjoy that? And then come Monday morning, you're back to your 9 to 5 and you're exhausted. It's like, whoa, okay. I think the answer is you just kind of move.
Yeah. Well, and your age too, it's like, this is the time everybody packs in their weddings or their parties, their bachelorettes, their bachelor parties, their baby showers. Like, so many people want the nice weather. And so it is a lot of social events, and it is a lot of like trying to embrace this weather on top of just in your own mind feeling like you need to be outside and planning all the social events too.
So this is your permission, if you're feeling overwhelmed, that you can take a mental health day. You can lay in your bed all day, and chances are the next day you're going to wake up feeling a little better.
Yeah.
And it is okay. It is productive to rest. It's okay to say no. It's okay to leave some weekends free because you need it.
Yeah. And it's like, how is the tornado serving you? And I mean, there are some things you can't control. Like, there are single parents that's a really hard thing to hear and be like, I can't. But in some capacity, it will manifest in your body. And so find the small ways of taking mini breaks for yourself. Put a learning show on for your kid so that you can step outside and take a breather, or make yourself a salad or have an orange, something that's going to give your body the nutrients it needs, the refueling, whatever that might be. It could be just silence. It could be your own space. It could be a shower. It could be whatever that is for you. I think everyone's in such different circumstances, but the bottom line is, if we're not taking care of ourselves and slowing down, you're going to end up like me in bed with a huge headache. And I'm a baby when it comes to how do you handle migraines?
They're the worst. I don't even get them that bad. My friend Natalie has been getting them all the time, and I'm like, sending you so much love, because they are terrible. Anyone listening that gets migraines, terrible. Anyone listening that's just in poor health right now, we see you. We're sending love your way, and hopefully this episode can bring you some joy, bring you some laughs. Like I started, Andrea has no idea what I'm about to say, and we thought it would be fun to pick some. It was kind of my idea. I don't know, getting a little controversial over here, but pick some health fads that people are talking about and give y'all our opinion on it. I feel like we have a lot of opinions when it comes to the health and wellness space, and we like to keep it pretty PC on this podcast, but things are about to change.
Good. I'm excited.
And I recently read the book, The Wellness Trap, and it really opened up my mind just about greenwashing and seeing things on social media, influencers promising that this pill, this supplement is going to change your life, celebrities promoting a body wash that you know damn well they are not using. And there's an article from Forbes and from the Food Network where they picked out some TikTok trends.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell Andrea these trends, and we're going to tell you our opinion on them. Some are like decent, you've heard of them. We'll tell you if we think they're legit or not. And others are like, you're kidding. People are really doing this. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah. Well, first, the people doing it, are they like doctors, scientists? Are these just...
Oh, no. These are just idiots on the internet.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Sorry, I shouldn't call people idiots, but like, you're putting this up your nose. I'm thinking twice about you.
Oh, God.
Again, their mental health. Lord, let them be okay. All right. So top TikTok trends that can be a source of health trends, healthy living, but some trends can be problematic. This article of Forbes and the Food Network says some health trends on TikTok include, number 1, lemon coffee. Drinking lemon juice in your coffee on an empty stomach in the morning is said to help with weight loss. So the new thing is people are putting lemon in their coffee. Yay or nay, Andrea Marie?
Well, first of all, I can see where this comes from because both lemon and coffee have been known to boost your metabolism. And so maybe they're thinking this is a surge to like pair them together, maybe. But I'm going to go with nay because one, that cannot taste good. And two, I feel like it's just a reach. It's just a reach for views or like the algorithm probably. That cannot taste good.
No.
You
want to know my opinion?
Yeah.
I think it tastes sick.
Did you try it?
No. I will say start with warm water with a lemon. Great for digestion. Great for starting with something warm in the morning. Help ease your nervous system. A lot of experts would say get some food in you before coffee. A lot of experts would say coffee is okay on an empty stomach because you're still fasting.
If you're a woman, though,
it may boost your cortisol to a level that you don't want and leave you feeling, especially this summertime. So starting with some food before your coffee, starting with some warm water with lemon. But when it comes to combining the two, I haven't tried it, but I feel like maybe if it tastes good, I'd try it.
Not necessary, but I'm
not
with
necessary.
You. I'm with you. Ease into the day with something warm with the lemon. If you want to try this with both, you can do them separately and within the same hour. Like have the warm lemon.
Or like let's have two glasses. I'm all about having like 3 cups at one time in front of me. Have a lemon water and have a coffee.
Yes.
But you don't need to combine the two.
Yeah, and we've had guests on that are talking like hormone experts that the empty stomach and the caffeine, just like you said, the cortisol, it jacks up everything, messes with your hormones, messes with your gut health, all of that. And so that's why if you're a woman, I would highly recommend the food before the caffeine.
And also notice how you feel. Like by all means, try the lemon coffee, see how you feel. But I feel like it can't taste good. I first read this and I was like, oh, lemon water. And then I'm like, no, that says lemon coffee. What the hell are people doing? Okay. All right. Number 2. Another health trend on TikTok includes the Benadryl challenge.
Oh God. What is this? Try and stay awake.
This is not funny. Okay. Dre, tell the people as fast as you can why Move with Gold Ivy is the last mind-body fitness program they'll ever have to buy, and how women are finally getting the transformation they're looking for.
I love a challenge. Let's go. 2 big things. 1, Move provides a fun atmosphere to work out in that actually gets you excited to show up and follow through with your goals. Not only is there an element of fun, but we've carefully curated a program that makes it as easy as possible for women to take care of themselves. And 2, a Move membership addresses every aspect of your health, mind and body. Our Move members are getting the physical transformation they've been hoping for and feeling like they've finally found the group that motivates them on a daily basis. What did I miss?
As a Move member, you receive a weekly workout plan, weekly live or Zoom workouts, an on-demand workout library, transformational quarterly reset challenges, monthly coaching calls, monthly masterminds with health experts, and a private group of motivated members for support and accountability.
It's ready for you when you're ready to boost your metabolism, confidence, and feel your absolute best. Join Move or learn more by clicking the link in the show notes, clicking the link in our bio on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, or by messaging us on any social channel at Gold Ivy Health Co.
It's your time. Move for your health, move for your confidence, move for your mental clarity, move with Gold Ivy. Today's episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Every episode of Ivy Unleashed is dedicated to empowering you to take ownership of your health. And what it really comes down to is prioritizing your mental health.
We've both seen the beauty and growth that therapy can bring and are thrilled to partner with BetterHelp to allow you the opportunity to feel heard and seen by a professional. The National Alliance on Mental Health reports that 155 million people live in a designated mental health professional shortage area, and BetterHelp is working to close that gap.
I've personally used BetterHelp and loved it because it was all online, making it super convenient. The biggest piece for me was how affordable it is. I was able to choose the therapist that met my needs. I came in with wanting to work on childhood trauma and anxiety, and it was unbelievable to see how many options I had with all the different backgrounds of therapists.
With BetterHelp, you have access to a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness. And sometimes we can't see our own patterns and behaviors until we talk them out and get an unbiased perspective.
It's really nice to have someone who doesn't know you and has the professional background to help you thrive in your daily life. It has made the world of a difference with every relationship in my life, including the one with myself.
To get started, all you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire about your needs and preferences and choose your therapist out of the options they give you. You can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call. Also, you can switch therapists at no additional charge until you find the right fit for you.
The best investment you can make is in yourself. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/goldivy. That's betterhelp.com/goldivy.
Take the first step to inner peace and freedom today. And now back to the show.
The dangerous trend involves taking too much Benadryl to experience hallucinogenic effects and has led to teen hospitalizations and deaths. People are taking Benadryl to experience hallucinogenic effects.
Oh,
terrifying.
It's terrifying because it's over the counter. Anybody can buy it. And wow. And it's in everyone's home. I mean, I know it's in mine. It's the first thing we have to give Griffin if he has an anaphylactic reaction. Like we notice there's some type of something going down.
Mm-hmm.
That is so scary.
It's ironic because I was
scary.
Yes. They, and like maybe should be banned for children and teenagers. People are seeing, I mean, I'm sure there's videos of people doing this and it being fun. And okay, it's taking you out of your mind and giving you some sort of high. People want to experiment with those kind of things. They want to escape. And also, I was just listening to something. They were talking about taking Benadryl or taking if you take NyQuil and you don't fall asleep right away, you like experience this. Mm-hmm. And then I saw this. I'm like, oh my God, this is actually a thing. Like people are doing this on purpose.
And what's freaky is because it's so controversial, when something like this is clearly going to get people to be intrigued, want to see if people are doing it, they're going to be watching they're going to be watching the reel or TikTok longer, which is going to boost the algorithm. And then because it's so controversial, so many people are going to comment on it, which boosts it even more, which puts it on your kids' For You page. And so when Brooke is saying this is why it's so dangerous for kids and teens, it's because their brains are not done forming and they're going to see this. And it's going to just create this opening for like, would that feel good? Like that person looks cool. They have a lot of followers. They're trying it. Like that's so scary to me.
And that this is in a majority of our houses.
Yeah.
Like over the counter stuff, man. You think... I don't know, even like NSAIDs and how the research of like destroying your gut lining and yes, that's all, like fear mongering and everything in moderation. But I don't know, it leans me more towards the natural remedy of things. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we are a no. Hard pass on the Benadryl challenge and lock up your medicine cabinets, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. All right, this is another one that I'm proud to say I've never tried. I know a lot of people do this. Ooh. And my heart just hurts thinking of this. Okay. Some health trends on TikTok include dry scooping. This fitness trend involves scooping pre-workout powder directly from the jar into your mouth instead of mixing it with water.
I have seen this lately.
Have you ever had pre-workout?
No.
It's bad that I'm going to say I would love to see you on pre-workout because I know you're like on coffee and I feel like.
I walked down the stairs and she's like, how many cups of coffee have you had? I'm like, not enough.
No. So, okay. I got pre-workout the other day. Tried to find like a clean version and I'm about to throw the damn thing away because my heart, I took a little bit on Friday before a workout and I felt like so zoned out. I was like, I don't like this. But then I started cleaning my house and I got so just like in the zone and I loved it, but it only lasted for a little bit. And I'm like, okay, I cannot be experimenting with these. And that was mixed with a bunch of water, and it was like half of a scoop. This is a full scoop directly into your mouth. This is terrible for your heart, people. And it can't taste good.
Because there's a ton of caffeine in it, right?
Yeah.
And that's what's
And there's a lot of other additives.
Yeah.
Like it's not just caffeine in your most protein powder or pre-workouts.
That's the thing is like these things are not regulated by the FDA.
No.
Like they can put whatever they want in these. So not all pre-workouts are the same.
Not at all.
There might be some that are, like you said, cleaner, a lot safer for you. And they're meant to be diluted in something and slowly, well, maybe not slowly sipped, but not all in one. It's like putting coffee grinds in your mouth.
Or up your butt.
Do you get soup? Does that work that way for you? Like, do you feel the caffeine hit when you do a coffee enema?
It's kind of hard to say. It's like, do I feel energized because I have released a load of toxins out of my body? And, you know, like for anyone who's ever been constipated, once you release, like you feel better. Or is it the coffee straight? Yeah, I don't know. I mean.
And how fast acting is it? Glutathione, right?
And it's like, do I care? It makes me feel good.
Right.
I ain't questioning it. If it works, it works. Different than the dry scooping, though, I will tell you. And if you don't know what to look for on labels, right? Like for mine, it was from green tea extract, and there's L-theanine in it, which helps so you don't get this like super burst of high. And it's sugar-free, and it doesn't have artificial flavors or colors, which a lot of them, they put clean, organic, or whatever on it, and you're like, oh, that's fine, it's good. Or you see some influencer promoting it, and you're like, oh, okay. So just be careful the products you're using. I prefer coffee over pre-workout is what I've come to find. And the less, I'm kind of in this era of, which Ian probably won't agree with, but babe, I'm working on it. The less supplements, the better. When it comes to protein powder, even protein bars, like my stomach feels better, real whole foods, coffee over pre-workout, less chemicals, less powders.
Yeah. And I do want to point this out because I don't know how much we've talked about this.
Oh God.
Brooke and I, every single day since we've started Gold Ivy Health Co., get bombarded with emails to promote this stuff. To have a brand for pre-workout, for protein powder, for gut health, for probiotics, for skin, for athletic wear. It's like we are bombarded all the time, and we easily could be making money off of these things because there's so many supplements out there and they have so much money they're ready to just throw at influencers. And it doesn't even matter how many followers you have. Like they just want content from people. And there have been products that Brooke and I promoted, but it's been because we use it. Or we're like, ooh, I like that this helps you date your spouse. Or I actually love the Golden Secrets products and they are as clean as possible and all of these things and have integrity behind them. And so I just want to point that out, that is something I'm really proud of us, is that we have said no to a lot of money and a lot of offers where that could be our sole job, just like promoting.
I could be dry scooping for days.
Yes.
Catch me in Bali dry scooping, but no, I'm sitting in the rain in Minnesota providing you value. No, just kidding. Yeah, no, it's just be careful what you see online, especially this next TikTok trend.
Oh, God.
The garlic nose challenge. Some TikTokers put garlic cloves in their nostrils to clear sinuses and relieve stuffy noses, but this can have dangerous health consequences. I don't know. Garlic up your nose.
What are the dangerous health consequences? Did it say?
No, I think it's so strong that it just burns. And it's like the lining of your nostrils and inside is so sensitive that to put something as strong as garlic up your nose. Also, like, what if it gets stuck up there?
Oh my gosh. My mom told me this story about when she was little. Her and her brother were, she like dared him to put a pickle up his nose. And then when he pulled it out, the stem got stuck up there, and they were like so terrified to tell their parents because they thought they'd get in trouble. So for weeks, her brother's walking around, kid with a pickle stem up his nose, until he was at dinner one night. And they started laughing, and the pickle stem shot out of his nose. So that just makes you think, like, stuff does get stuck up there, and it can get stuck up there for a long time, and you do not want to have anything surgically removed from your nose.
No.
I know, I do not.
I feel like stick to the neti pot.
I can't even do that.
The garlic, oh no. I mean, there is evidence, right? Garlic is great for like antibacterial. It's got a lot of antibacterial properties, and put it in your teas, or there's tinctures with the oil. But yeah, maybe not a full garlic up the nose.
Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah.
What is this?
I mean, that is something maybe I would try, just a little tiny, I would maybe hold it in there and just see if anything happens, if I like had a bad cold or something.
Well, have you heard of putting it on your feet?
Yes. In your sock.
In your sock.
Yes.
Let's do that, ladies and gentlemen.
I also heard hanging a garlic, like a whole thing of garlic in like a little net in your tent keeps bugs away.
Huh.
We are going to have a guest to talk more about this, because I met this woman who was like obsessed with all naturopathic stuff with oils and things like garlic in your sock. And she swears they have not had like a cold in their house for years.
Does she sleep with it in her sock every night, or just when she
feels
know. Something come on?
I think when something comes on, but we are going to ask her because she's very interesting and we need to unpack this. She's actually a neighbor of mine.
The things people do, and I mean, like, it works for you. You swear by it. My brain just goes like, how much work is that? Like hanging garlic, I guess putting garlic in your sock.
Or an onion. In your sock is another one.
Maybe I'm thinking of onion.
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking of onion.
It's so interesting. And I always wonder too, like how much of this is the actual.
Or is it placebo?
Right. Like
this onion is going to take all of the crap out of my body. Like, I don't know, dude. As every day goes on, I get weirder, I think.
And also, I feel like this is why we'll always have a job. And like new things are always coming out that we're learning, like straight up facts and science, not so much TikTok trends. But also, it just shows people want to feel good, and they will do anything to feel good or try something if it's going to make them feel better. And so,
but not garlic in your nose, okay? Not garlic in your nose. Onion in your sock. All right, and last but not least, you thought lemon coffee was gross. Okay. This one, no better. Healthy soda. This trend involves mixing flavored sparkling water with, any guesses?
Gotta be something weird.
Think of if you were to go for the healthiest, quote unquote, healthiest dressing of a salad, what would you choose?
A vinaigrette.
Okay.
Balsamic vinaigrette.
Yes. Sparkling water with balsamic vinaigrette as a healthier soda alternative. But dentists say this is just mixing two acids together that can damage your teeth and taste terrible.
Yeah. No, I don't want to drink it. I mean, I like it on the salad.
Like, just, you don't need soda that bad.
What does it look like? Because balsamic's dark.
It probably looks like a Coke.
Yeah.
Like sparkling water.
Now, this is something I would try. Just like once. Maybe we get in on this TikTok trend, because I feel like sparkling
water. Okay, but your teeth.
I know, but I'm not going to chronically drink it. I'm just going to, maybe we take remember how we used to do shots of olive oil?
Okay, that's a lot of health benefits.
We should get back to that.
We should. Here's the thing. That is also a TikTok challenge, a TikTok trend that I can get behind.
Fun fact. We were reached out to by Drew Barrymore's show.
And then ghosted. Yeah,
we didn't make the cut. But Drew Barrymore's show reached out to us and said, hey, we saw you on TikTok because you guys were taking shots of olive oil. Is it possible that we could use your content on our show? Could we have your permission? So we signed this permission slip. I had a viewing party at my house.
I'm sure it was like the storyline was weird things people do on TikTok. And here we are making an episode of it. Yep. Healthy soda, balsamic vinegar. I also, fun fact, if you are gluten-free, not all balsamics are gluten-free. A lot of them have soy in them, which I learned from Alicia the other day. So me at every restaurant, I'm like, I'll take balsamic. assuming it was gluten-free. Never assume. It makes an ass out of you and me.
That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We have lemon coffee, Benadryl challenge, dry scooping, garlic nose challenge, and healthy soda. And we are saying no to all of them. Except Andrea is trying balsamic vinegar.
Okay, if you had to try one, though, which one would you try?
Lemon coffee.
Okay. So you're going to do the lemon coffee. I'm going to do the balsamic sparkling water.
But I'm not.
Maybe we'll go viral again on TikTok. Who knows?
I also just don't want to try any of these. Some other trends that I found through doing some research: $1.8 trillion global wellness market. That's what it is right now in 2024. How wild is that? So the biggest trends right now, other than TikTok trends, one is clinical over clean. People want clinical grade products over clean products. So we see a lot of hype on social media about clean, but it's probably just because of what we're searching. But people want clinical grade. 20% of the people that were in this study only reported wanting natural or clean ingredients, which is interesting. And trend 2 was a new era for biomonitoring and wearables. The amount of people that are wearing wearables, whether it's Oura Ring or a watch, is insanely growing. And I thought this was interesting. While there's a range of effective wearable solutions on the market today for fitness and sleep, there are fewer for nutrition, weight management, and mindfulness.
Interesting.
It says opportunity for companies to fill these gaps.
Yeah. I see that coming. I see all that coming, but I'm also very concerned about the radiation from it, like the EMF. We are going to have an episode on this. I'm determined. I'm looking, you guys can help me out. I am looking for a scientist that can speak on this, because there are a lot of people trying to now give and promote these products that reduce the amount of radiation you get from the wearables, from Wi-Fi, all these things. So now this is a new product people want to sell and buy. And I'm like, I want to know, are you actually helping? And how bad is this for us? We have these AirPods in our ears. I'm like, and brain cancer is going up and up and up. I'm like, these things are in our ears next to our brains. Is this because of Wi-Fi? Is this because of the Bluetooth?
Is it because
got my hotspot on? Yeah.
But how do you really tell if it's from that, if it's from just our environment, if it's from the food we're eating? Everything plays a role. Our stress. And then for me, when my brain goes there, I'm like, oh my God, okay, now I'm freaking out about everything I'm doing, and that isn't helping my stress and my health. It's where is this balance of we're protecting ourselves, but we're still living in modern society?
Yeah. And I think that's everyone's battle, right? Is what works for your mental health? Mm-hmm. And I was just talking with a friend who listens to every episode of Ivy Unleashed. Shout out, Allie. Thank you for listening every week. But she was asking me, she said, you have all these brilliant guests on. You have these episodes where you're learning so much about health and you're talking about all these things, and it's a new topic and a new spin on things and always tangible steps that you can do. And she's like, how do you not get overwhelmed thinking you have to perfect your life?
I do. Allie, I do.
Yeah. And I think this is something we should talk about, because we are different people and we do take different approaches to everything in life. And that's why I think the show works, because we're two different people. Mm-hmm. And I love that we're doing different things in different ways. And that's what makes the world go around. And for me, a huge part of when we have guests on and why we started this and how we started this is take this information and see what connects with you, because I'm different than you and you're different than Brooke. And we want you to see what really connects to your soul and what you feel feels aligned. And not that fear, like you said, it's not, we don't want to scare you with these things. We want to create awareness around how to have a better life, how to have more energy, how to feel vibrant in this one life we have. And if it's getting overwhelming, turn it off or fix your mindset. Because I know for me, my mindset, the inner critic, all of that, everything gets really overwhelming when I'm not taking care of my health. And for me, that's different. The baseline for me is I have to get movement in. I just have to. I have to get outside. I can't have a lot of TV time. I need to focus on sleep. And something that I put on the back burner a lot is water intake and food. That's not my highest priority, but I that's something I can work on. And it's something I can get overwhelmed by. And so for me, when we have like a dietitian on or whatever, and they're talking about clean eating and all this stuff, I could get overwhelmed by it. I could think I have to eat perfectly, but I know stress is worse on my body than focusing on this perfect diet. So I do my best to get a little bit more fruits and veggies in, and I don't stress about it as much as I can help it. And I think that can go with any topic of feeling like you have to do this and you're failing your kids if you're not doing this. And like you can take these extreme measures and feel like you need to perfect your life. Or you can take a step back and think, what could I commit to that I know would move me in the direction of how I want to feel?
And maybe it's not committing to anything, committing to less. Like I found over the years of doing this show that I don't listen to nearly as many other podcasts, follow nearly as many other social content, keep up to date with what people are doing, because it's too much. It is way too much. And for my mental health, I focus on, okay, what conversations are we having? What is the guest? What are they into? I'm going to be present. I'm going to feel how that feels in my body. I'm going to maybe read one book at a time. And if I don't like the way that's headed, I'm going to end the book. I'm going to stop listening to the podcast. Like just being very intentional about what you're consuming, because it can lead you down a trap. And that's what I love about our podcast is we try and be so relatable. Like we are not scientists. We are not experts. Yes, we have on different quote unquote experts, but a lot of podcasts that I listen to, it's these people who, you know, are so passionate about EMF or all of these things where there is that level of fear of like, oh God, should I be more passionate about this? Like you have such a science brain where I'm like, I don't see that implementing in my life and still being a functioning human of society where I can have fun and be present and not think about, oh my God, I'm doing everything wrong. So that doesn't feel good.
It's such a good point of, and we've said this so many times, but turn it off. If it's getting you to feel scared for your health and your life, it's just some noise that you're hearing. Your most important thing to focus on is how you feel in your skin, in your body, and in your brain. Like this is your home. Your emotional home dictates your health. And if you're scared of these things and it's making you panic, like that is not what we want for you at all. We want you to take in this information, be aware of maybe some things that might make you feel better. And when you're ready or it makes sense for you to implement it, we're going to give you some tangible tips on how to do that. And so listen to yourself, like tune into yourself. If you feel off, get a therapist. If you feel off, get outside. Like these little things, they're really transformational. It's why we have our ultimate reset. Like it is the basics. It's getting back to those foundational habits that's where it's at. It's not all about EMF. It's not all about garlic in your room.
Right. If you're scrolling TikTok and you see Benadryl challenge and you're seeing garlic up the nose and you're like, this shit is weird. Like turn it off. Because the algorithm's going to give you more of that. And I think we lose touch of that inner voice that's saying, no, this is weird. Like the more we consume it, we think, oh, this is what everyone's doing. This is the answer. And no, when that internal voice is saying, this ain't right, like turn off the social media.
I mean, ultimately what we're providing you is what's interesting to us, what we're learning, because we are obsessed with health and we're always learning things. And so we're going to share them with you, but consume it when you're ready. Consume it when it intrigues you. Consume or implement a tip that really feels like fun and exciting and expansive, that you feel like this could be great for me. That's what we want.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for coming to this episode of wild shit people are doing on TikTok. Because I think it's funny. And I think, hearing our take on whether we would do it or not is interesting. And I would love to hear what everyone else has to say and what you all think about these. So please drop a comment. Let us know. Let us know what you're seeing that you're like, don't. People are doing this now and it's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we'll do this some more. This is fun. Well, this is Gold Ivy signing off.
Listen to your truth and go chase your gold. We want to thank you and encourage you to celebrate yourself for taking the time to learn and get inspired in your one beautiful life. And if this podcast means something to you, it would mean so much to us if you'd be willing to take 30 seconds to help support our mission to keep bringing you inspiring stories and guests.
First, following the podcast is important because it helps you never miss an episode. To do this, just go to the Ivy Unleashed podcast show page on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts, and then just tap the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner or click on follow.
While you're there, if you'd be so kind to give us a 5-star rating and review and share your favorite episode with a friend, we'd be so grateful for your support.
We are thrilled you're here and are so happy that you're taking time to prioritize your wellness, self-discovery, and growth with us.